Big stuff is happening in the First Descendant, and I got everything you need to reap it all in. It's Thursday, November 14th, and tomorrow we're going to get the first look at what's coming in Season 2. And it's Nexon's 30th birthday, and to celebrate, they have given us this coupon, which is going to help you load up on rewards. And that's a big deal, because with Season 2 just around the corner, you want to make sure you have all the resources in the bank so that you can take advantage of the new Descendants, new Ultimate Descendant, and the new weapons that are going to be delivered with that season. And it's your lucky day because I created an all-new guide called The Perfect 20, and I'm bringing it to you today. Let's get into the details.
Tux makes it exciting!
All right, if you didn't already know, the devs delivered the new 30th anniversary coupon event, and when you redeem it, you're gonna get 3 days of bonuses. 30% more gold, 30% more Kuiper, 30% more Descendant XP, as well as 30% more weapon experience. Big deal, 3 days. And once you redeem this, you can go to your mailbox to retrieve it. Okay, so let me quickly show you how to do that. First of all, the link to this page will be in the description area below. So once you click this access coupon code page, it will redirect you. So this Nexon 30th birthday is the redeem code, and you could copy that straight from the news page over here as well. It is highlighted right there. And now you need to enter your member code. This has to be retrieved in game. So if you go to your options and then account, you're gonna be copying this code here. That's it, simple. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get into the good stuff. Season 2 launches on December 5th. That's just around the corner, and it's gonna sneak up on you, and you wanna make sure you are tippity top on all of your resources. Bank in as many crystallization catalysts as possible, a reasonable amount of energy activators. You're gonna need fine adjustment control axes to re-roll your weapons, and you're also going to need precise ion accelerators as well as ion accelerators in order to use the reactor implant system. Everything I just mentioned requires tons of resources, including gold and Kuiper. Get that up as well. A good place to be at the beginning of a season is going to be around 100 million in gold. I've been a busy little bee, and I've been leveling up all of my ultimate weapons. If you have the playtime to do this, I recommend it because the devs are going around and reworking all of the ultimate weapons. And I like doing it this way because it gets the grind out of the way and allows me to focus on the new content, the new deliverables, and spend more time playing than grinding. The devs are constantly updating the game, and with that comes shifts in the best farms. So I've gone through and tested all of the best farms and put together this list for you. Use this list of farms to level up all of your Descendants and weapons, rake in gold, Kuiper, and all the materials you need to craft catalysts specifically, including amorphous patterns so you can get the catalyst blueprints. I'm calling it the Perfect 20 because these activities are designed to be done in 20 minutes or less. All of the stats shown on each one of these activities are calculated on a 20-minute investment. For example, if you do the Special Ops Fortress for 20 minutes, 2 runs or less, you can level your weapon from 0 to 40. That's about 97,000 XP per minute is what this delivers. And your Descendant too. On top of that, you're gonna be walking out with 1.4 million in gold on average 2 patterns. So we have gold, we have Murky energy residue, we have fine adjustment control access. Those are the things you spend to get the right attributes on your weapons. You need advanced neural circuits to craft catalysts. You need Kuiper for your mods. You need macromolecule biogels for your catalyst crafting, and mixed energy residue for catalyst crafting as well. In order to get the mixed energy, you're gonna need code breakers. So I've included that farm as well. Lastly, you're gonna need catalyst blueprints. Many of these activities are gonna provide more than one resource that you're after, so that's been accounted for. At the very bottom of this guide, I show you what your results would be if you were to do all of these activities in a row, which would take about 3 hours. In the end, you would come out with almost 10 million in gold, 450,000 Kuiper. You would XP a Descendant and a weapon to level 40, but with the coupon, it's gonna triple those results. So I definitely recommend activating the coupon and heading to these activities to get it done. And you would have enough resources to craft 7 catalysts. You actually have enough resources to craft 15 catalysts. It's the advanced neural circuits that are holding you back to 7. So if you invested another 20 minutes in that activity, then you could push that to 15. In my mind, would be worth it. In one of the recent patches, the devs reworked the special ops, and their goal was to make the special operations the #1 way to get weapon XP. It just so happens to be a really efficient way to level up your Descendant, so you might as well head there to do it. I tracked this to give you about 97,000 XP per minute, estimating about 20 minutes to get a weapon from 0 to 40. Now, you could definitely do this faster, but if you're random matchmaking, you don't know what your team composition is going to be, so I felt like this was a safe bet. In order to get the gold that I have listed here, you don't just want to stand there with your Freyna and shoot your poison from distance. You actually want to move around and pick up some of that gold laying on the ground. There's a lot of it. And the way the reward system works, it's also going to give you a chance at some normal patterns, which you can use to try to get some more catalyst blueprints. And remember to have your XP boosters on your external components. If you're looking for gold, there's really no better way than these invasions. They're kind of boring, but they're really fast and really rewarding on the gold front. These are going to give you 1.25 million per run. You can do 4 runs per day for a total of 5 million. Now, I can do a run in 3 minutes or 7 minutes, depending on the mission and the team composition, but getting these all done in less than 20 minutes is really achievable. That's easy gold, and there's nothing out there like it. Fine adjustment control axes are actually really important. Previously, I did a video saying that this was the worst system in the game. The devs responded with a way to farm massive amounts of HPEC. That stands for High Precision Exchange Components. Boy, oh boy, do you consume a lot of these. And that's because of the RNG system related to re-rolling attributes on any of your ultimate weapons. It's all chance-based, and as you lock in your options, it gets more and more expensive. So you can whip through 1,000 of these in no time on a single weapon. And that makes this still one of the most expensive systems in the game. It's also costing you a ton of gold. But previously, it was really hard to farm that resource because you would get small quantities of it from deconstructing weapons. And you need mega amounts to craft those axes. So that was just no bueno. So now we have a way to farm it, and it's gonna be 400% infiltrations, which is great because those are a ton of fun. So these are gonna give you about 353 HPECs per minute. So for doing 20 minutes of infiltrations at 400%, you're gonna get over 7,000 of those HPECs. That's also gonna deliver 500,000 in gold and 38,000 in Kuiper, and you're gonna come out with 6 patterns and 24 ETA 0 vouchers, which is the weekend only vendor. So very rewarding system, plus a lot of fun. That's where I spend a lot of my time. Okay, now here's a boring one for you. The Forgottens on normal. Yeah, we're gonna be doing that one. We're looking for Murky energy, and this is the best way to farm it. Sadly, it's super boring. The good news is that it's really fast. You're gonna get 5.3 per minute. You're gonna play the Forgottens mission, but you're gonna do it on normal. And I recommend doing this with Bunny. You could also do it with Freyna, but a fast character is what you want. And so once you get into about a minute of the mission or the first boss, you're gonna kill him, grab that resource, and then you're gonna bail, and you're gonna restart it. The calculations all include the time to restart the mission, by the way. And I did test this, doing these on hard mode, solo and in group, and this is still the fastest way to get Murky energies. Advanced neural circuits, you probably know what these are because you're farming them all the time because you're spending them all the time. Catalysts require 18 of these per catalyst. So these drop from the White Knight Gulch area of the map, and the best way to get them in bulk is going to be from the Borderline of Truth mission. Fast travel here in the mountaintops, this is the mission that you're looking for. It's really fast and easy. All of the bosses have a chance of dropping these, and they all spawn at the center of the map. So it's a really good one for Freyna especially. While you're spending your 20 minutes there, you're also gonna get 320,000 in gold and 28,000 in Kuiper. And as I mentioned earlier, if you spend another 20 minutes in here and double your advanced neural circuits, and if you're doing this in a single session, at the end you will have enough resources to farm 15 catalysts. All right, next up is Ambush Point in Sterile Land. Yeah, you remember this place? Well, it's still a great farm if you're looking for Kuiper. So that's delivering 3,860 Kuiper per minute, which is 77,212 in 20 minutes. On top of that, you're getting about 1 million in gold And what's also neat about this and why it's made its place on this list is because it does a really good job of delivering code breakers also. Remember, that's all RNG based, but those champions are the ones that can drop them. So keep an eye out for them. And you should be getting about 9 in a 20-minute session, depending on how much RNG enjoys your company. Macromolecule biogels are required for catalyst crafting. And you can rake these in the derelict outpost in Echo Swamp. In a 20-minute session, I came out with just shy of 350 of these, and you only need 22 of them to craft one catalyst, so that's a lot. But it's a good place to spend a good chunk of time because you're also getting patterns here that you can use to get blueprints for your catalysts. So it's a 2-for-1. So spending 20 minutes here will get you 780,000 in gold and potentially 7 patterns, again, depending on RNG. These are my actual numbers, so you should have similar luck. Now, they are reworking outposts in the future, so I plan on updating this guide when that happens, but these numbers are based on the 30-second wait time from the recent patch they put out that adjusted the outposts. You need 8 mixed energy residues per catalyst, and you need to go to Agna Desert and crack the vaults to get these, and Enzo is the best dude to do it with. He makes those vaults easy and also increases the outcome. In a 20-minute session, if you're efficient, you can get 123 of these. That's 6.2 per minute. I recommend doing this on a private map so the vaults don't get hijacked from you by other players. I did a whole series for code breakers, how to farm them and where to crack the vaults. My favorite spots are here in Mirage Stone. I use this fast travel point, and there's one that hangs around here. The other one is in Vermilion, and you have 3 potential spots nearby the outpost. And then I just fast travel between 2 of these. The other benefit of doing vaults is it's actually a really good Kuiper farm. And it delivers even more than Ambush Point at 14,000 per minute versus 3,800 per minute. So that's quite an increase in Kuiper per minute. So in this 20-minute session, you're gonna come out with 281,000 in Kuiper. That's huge. Now, the only reason why I don't have this as the #1 Kuiper farm is because it also requires code breakers, which then adds another farm if you don't have a ton of those. Speaking of code breakers, yeah, we're gonna change this one up for the purpose of this farm. In my guide to farming code breakers, this one was covered but not highlighted. In this video for the top 20, we're highlighting it because it's a multi-prong approach to getting resources. So we're gonna be getting code breakers, but we're also going to be getting gold, Kuiper, and patterns. And that's why I was after it, because our objective in the end is to top out all of our resources, and there's nothing more important than catalysts. And so we need patterns, and this is a sure shot way of getting them. So I didn't want to miss out on this opportunity. So what we're going to do is run the shelter at 250%, and you want to do this on private. Your goal is just to get to the boss as fast as possible. Freyna is going to do a really good job at helping you do that. Now, once you're in the boss room, what you want to do is clear all of the enemies until the boss spawns, and then kill yourself. All of those enemies that are protecting the boss spawn are going to be champions, and each one of those has a chance of dropping a code breaker. If they don't drop a code breaker, they're gonna drop these gold coils that are required for your energy activators. So either way, it's a win. So you're gonna kill those guys and then let the boss kill you, and you're gonna do that over and over and over until you're down to your last life, and then you're gonna kill the boss. This will take almost exactly 10 minutes if you're efficient at doing that. The hardest part is killing yourself fast. So if you're able to play with low HP, I recommend actually doing that. You're gonna do this 2 times, and that's basically a guaranteed 2 patterns per run. So you're gonna come out with 4 patterns. So the shelter is not only a target for the code breakers and for just getting patterns that are gonna help us get catalyst blueprints, but it's the boss that allows you to shape those patterns that's even more attractive. These are gonna send you over to the Devourer, the easiest boss to kill because of his lower HP values. Okay, so if you do all of these activities, you're gonna come out with a bunch of patterns, and this is what your results should be. You're gonna have 7 number 82s. These were the ones that came from the derelict outpost, and that's gonna send you to the derelict reactor at a 20% chance. By doing the shelter, you're gonna have 4 number 78 patterns, and you can fight the Devourer and beat him in like seconds, and those are gonna have a 20% chance. By doing the daily rotating 400% infiltrations, you can have 6 patterns at a 20% chance. And who you fight to crack those, well, we don't know. By doing the fortress, you're gonna have 2 normal patterns on average at a 15% chance to get your catalyst blueprints. If you do all of these activities straight through in 3 hours, you're gonna get almost 10 million and 450K in Kuiper. I look forward to helping you get prepared for season 2. Catch you on the next one. Thank you for hanging out with me. My name is Tuxedo Bandido. That's Tito Bandido.
One and only.
And this was another episode of The First Descendant. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, like, and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss out on the fantastic experiences waiting for you in The First Descendant. And if you like videos like this, check out the one I have recommended for you right here. If you have anything you want to see covered, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make everything possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be without you.
When you buy or download anything for The First Descendant, be sure to use Tux's creator code to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Follow me.